Hey everybody, this is Black Puffle Extreme from the Razor Shark Fins, and at long last, after a long while, I am back with a new installment of the interview show, which is now titled, Let's Meet. Tonight's special guest, we are here with Alex Hollings, but all of you might recognize him as Brainstorm Cartoons. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
Really good.
Cool.
Yeah, so, I gotta say, man, I've seen a lot of your videos, and they were really cool. I first heard of you after I saw the Big Rob's reaction to your video, Everyone Hates Rarity.
Wow, that was so long ago. Jesus.
Yes, that was so long ago.
Wow.
Okay, so, gotta listen.
It's just weird to think back that far.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that there's people who still know me from those cartoons back in the day and not just from the Brony community, so it's nice to hear that.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a list of questions here. First one. Speaking of the Brony community, I can kind of see, well, you pretty much pointed out what inspired you to start that, but what inspired you to start your other series, the Everyone Hates series?
Well, Everybody Hates came about when I was bored in my geography class, and I was like, I want to write a sitcom about rarity. I called it Everybody Hates Rarity, based off the Everybody Hates Chris series. And I spent most of the time refining it and boarding it in my maths class. And it just came about as just a dumb joke, really. It is obvious that the idea for doing a parody of MLP came from Max Gelati's Pony.Moth series, and I wanted to try and do a different spin on that, and I am fully acknowledging that there is inspiration directly from there, so don't feel like I'm trying to quote-unquote rip off, which is what I've seen in comments here and there over the months. But yeah, I guess that's a good explanation, just boredom and other parodies.
Yeah, I've gone through stuff like that. Every time I got bored, I always come up with something myself. Yeah.
But yeah, the thing about ripping off, in the sense, I think Tom Scar said it best when talking about each idea comes from, it's not original, there is a starting point to where that idea came from, and I don't know, I think that's just a prime example.
Yeah. Okay, so next question. Speaking of your series, Everyone Hates and the Brony community, you've left off at a third episode. From either one of them, should we be expecting a fourth episode?
Yes, Brony Community 4 is in full production, and I am happy to announce it'll be out on the 25th of March. And I've said it on Twitter and Tumblr, but never on YouTube, so I guess this will be the first time you'll hear it on YouTube. Yeah, and Everybody Hates, the fourth Everybody Hates has been in production for a good while. It's taking a long time because I'm waiting for audio from people, as well as trying to make sure the animation is the best I've done, even better than Brain Community 4. So expect that later, but yes, to answer your question, there will be fourth and more parts to both those series.
Oh, sweet, man. Can't wait to see them.
Glad to hear, thank you.
Alright, so, I'm sure a lot of people would want to know this one, but
Hello.
what... Oh, hey, Blogan. Sorry about that. My partner just came into the room.
Hello.
So, anyway, what I was gonna say, what got you into MLP?
Let's think. I guess it was my friend pestering me. The guy who does the backgrounds for Everybody Hates is the guy who got me into it, so I guess you could thank him for making all the shit. But yeah, that and the first MLP thing I saw was Alex S's glitch remix of the show, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I gotta check this shit out. And I watched like the full first season within a few days, and didn't stop really. And yeah, I mean, I'm not as big on the show as I was like a year or two ago. I was really into it, but I still respect the fandom and everything, and it's a pleasant fandom to be in, and I'm proud to kind of associate myself with the group, so yeah. Hopefully that's a good answer.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so, this is the question I ask all guests here on the Razor Shark Fins.
Apples or oranges?
Which do you prefer, apples or oranges? Of course.
Oh man.
counter up to?
Yeah.
4 for apples and 1 for oranges. Hey, Logan, anything you want to ask Alex?
Sorry, can't think of anything.
Oh, well.
Kinda.
Alright, so, okay. If you could have any internet celebrity in your videos, who would it be? Aside from Jack Hubert, because you've already met him.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
And I would have someone not from the brain community in, because it's weird, everyone that I wanted to like do videos with or at least meet from the brain community I kind of have now, because doing the series has kind of let me meet, I say meet, I mean on the internet and in real life, a lot of the people who I look up to in the fandom. I guess Tom Scar, like I was mentioning before, that like Tom Scar or...
Oh, he made SDF, didn't he?
Yeah, man.
The creator.
Oh, that was him, right?
Yeah, creator of SDF movies.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, he seems like a very passionate producer and has a lot of ideas going on, and I'd want to do something with him one day. Although I don't know if that will happen, but I don't know. It's a thought.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, who would you consider your favorite out of the main 6?
Oh man, I don't know. I've never been like a favoritist, but I guess Twilight, because I like purple, and that's my only explanation.
Oh my god, dude, I feel the same way.
Yeah, purple's my favorite color, and I was like, as soon as I saw that show, I was like, okay, the purple one is going to be the one that I like.
I know.
That's my full explanation.
I know, Twilight is
like,
just... Oh, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying, I don't dislike any of the characters, really, so... Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Twilight. I like her voice actor, Tara Strong, and I just find her really humorous.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And I'd have to say that I also like purple. It's my second favorite color. My first favorite's black, which is why I'm called Black Puffle Extreme. But yeah, I can see why you'd like Twilight. Yeah.
Very boring answer. There's nothing more than just the color. Yeah. Anyway.
And the voice actor.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so so far in season 4 of MLP, I'm sorry for asking all these pony questions, but
No, it's
yeah.
fine.
Do you have any hopes or predictions for anything that's going to happen in season 4?
Well, I've only seen the premiere to season 4 because I want to kind of marathon the rest of it. Because I want to save it for a time that is like that I really, really want to watch it, because there hasn't been a moment where I've had lots of free time and I've had an active desire to watch it. But I don't know. I can't really say much because I haven't seen like everything else that's been in the series, and they might have already done it. I guess just bringing some entertaining characters back in, and just interesting stories. Really, I can't say much more than that. Really.
Yeah. Okay, so here's one that's somewhat interesting. What was the scariest thing you've seen as a kid?
Scariest thing I've seen as a kid. My joke answer would be the internet.
Yeah.
My real oh man, put him in the spot. I'll just give you a general fear, I guess. That I used to be really fucking scared of clowns when I was younger. I don't know why. So any opportunity where I would have to see or meet a clown, I would be like, no thanks. I'm getting out of here. So that's my boring answer. I don't really have a definitive scariest moment, really. I don't try to think negatively all the time, that's all.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what else do we have here. Let's see what. Alright, who would you think is better, Mario or Sonic?
Say Mario. I don't know. I've always been more of a Nintendo guy. And, although I remember playing both as a kid, so, but nowadays I play more Mario. And I'm not really a fan of the newer Sonic games, so I'll have to say Mario.
Yeah, I can see that. I usually prefer the older Sonic games like Shadow the Hedgehog and. But yeah, the new Mario games look really interesting. If I had a Wii U, I would probably try them out.
Yeah, I have a Wii U and I haven't played any of the new Sonic games. I've played the new Mario games, but not the Sonic games. So, although I guess I will delve into there since one of them's Wii U exclusive. Might as well. Anyway, sorry for the sidetrack there.
That's all right, man. Okay, so okay. Do you have your thoughts on Equestria Girls? Did you like or dislike the movie?
I was kind of mixed on it because I watched it going into it knowing that I probably won't like it, and that probably was the worst way to watch it. I probably should have stayed away from all what other people were saying about it beforehand. But I went into it thinking this is going to be kind of bad, and I don't know. I didn't turn it off so while I was watching it, so I guess that says enough about it. But I don't know. I talk quite a bit about Equestria Girls in. I don't want to give spoilers, but I do mention regarding the whole Equestria Girls situation and the second Equestria Girls thing in Burning Community 4, so I don't want to speak too much about it now, but I don't know, I guess that's a bit of a teaser.
Yeah. Okay, who is... I mean, this is kind of close to the other question, the main six, but who is your favorite Cutie Mark Crusader?
I guess Apple Bloom. I don't know. I like Applejack quite a bit, so I guess by association I'd like Apple Bloom. I don't know. I'm not, as I say, I'm not as into the series as I was like 2 years ago, so I probably have a more enthusiastic answer for you about a year ago. But hopefully that does it justice on that. Yeah.
Alright. Okay, okay, well this one was from a friend of mine. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
I'm gonna have to say right here, I have heard of that phrase and that question, but that product is not available in the UK, and I don't know what that is.
It's kind of like ice cream with a frozen chocolate coating.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, kind of. It really is.
I would exchange money for it. I don't know. Are they expensive?
I don't know. I mean, a downtown convenience store, you can get them for like a 6-pack.
I'm not stuck up on this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say exchanging money. I want to be a law-abiding citizen right here.
Yeah. So okay. Let's see. What have we got here? Let's see. Anything else? Anything? Okay. Here's one. What was your favorite school trip as a kid?
I guess to Edinburgh, which is Scotland. That was quite a long trip I had as a kid, and it was nice to just have that freedom when you were younger, staying overnight. I don't know, it was a fun time in my youth that I guess I will remember for a long time.
Yeah.
Not really much else to say on that. I'm sorry.
Alright. So, from some of your other videos, I can assume that you're good friends with Jack T. Herbert, am I right?
Yeah, we're good friends now.
Yeah.
It's good.
Think you might make any more videos with him in the future?
I don't see why not. We are hanging out more and more these days. I met him in real life in January, as the Play Discord video showed.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. I thought it was, whoa. Play Discord,
yeah,
play the Smile song.
It was quite funny too. We're on the tube on the way on the London Underground on the way to the event that we were talking about. Toon was about to go for a sound check, and I was like, "Oh, you should put the Play Discord soundbite in your set." And he's like, "Oh, I should have done that." And then he told me, "Oh, no, Alex, you gotta do this." And Jack also shouted that. And originally it was going to be in his vlog because he was like vlogging when we were down there, but he didn't put it in a vlog, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not going to use that footage." So I was like, "Hey, can I use that and put it in the video?" And sure enough, bit confused to say, is this just two random people just doing it? Despite the fact that I put captions in the video, but whatever. Anyway, that's just a little story.
Alright. And last question. Do you have any advice for anyone who might want to start animating themselves?
Two things I'd say. One, understand that from the start you're not going to be like your inspiration, and that it's going to take a long time to build up the drawing skills and the animating skills and the timing and the weighting and everything to get to that level. And so that leads into the second piece of advice, which is to keep doing it. And like there's been times where I've spent like a week not animating, and then I've seen my skills just drop like quite a substantial amount, and I have to build that up again. So any chance you get, I feel, any free time you have, just do it and don't stop. And well, obviously eat and sleep, that's important, although I seem to miss out on those sometimes. But just make sure you're doing it as much as you can, and really pushing yourself as you're doing it, because the more you do it, it's just practice. And I know people probably say this a lot, but practice really does make perfect. I mean, if you watch things like The Wind Waker, and then you watch things like Everybody Hates Rarity, you can see the difference that has been made in that time. Everybody Hates Rarity took like 2 weeks to make, and The Wind Waker, even though it's 50 seconds long, took me about a month and a half. So it's just the more time that goes into it, really. So I guess that would be my 2 cents on that.
Alright. I know I said that was the last question, but I just got one from Twitter. This I promise will be the last one. What would you consider your favorite video that you've made so far?
Probably either Jenny that I made for Tombstone, because I really like some of the shots in that. I think that they turned out really, really nicely. Some of the cleaned up shots with the effects on. It's like, ooh, really, really good. Either Jenny or Brain Community 3 in terms of released content. In terms of unreleased content, definitely Brain Community 4. There is like 2 scenes in there which is like some of the best stuff I've ever done. And I'm not trying to be like any sort of pretentious right there, but genuinely better than it's been genuinely better than what I've done in the past. So yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that would be my answer.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I thought that was really good. I also liked Everyone Hates Applejack. Especially that one bit you did with Rainbow Dash when she was like, "Wowee, mister." I just love those facial expressions.
There's a funny story with that, if you don't mind me telling it. It was, I had the idea for that, and for doing it, like, just frame by frame, all of that. And, I ended up thinking, I won't get time to do this, because it took 3 months to animate, and that really got annoying back then, although I've been working on Everybody Hates Pinkie Pie for about 7 months right now. But Everybody Hates Applejack, for that particular scene, I was going on like it was during the summer, and I was going on like a trip to, on like a family road trip sort of thing. So I brought my tablet and my laptop, and I animated it in the car. So all the rough was done in a car, a moving car, and then it was cleaned up in the hotel room the night, that particular night, and it took me hours and hours and hours to do. And it was just an interesting way that particular whole segment was done both in a car and a hotel room, and I think it turned out pretty nicely for back then, especially with the pad tablet as opposed to like a Cintiq or something. I don't know, I'm pretty proud of that scene, although my favourite bit in Everybody Hates Applejack, which will never cease to make me smile, is the pun overload bit, really, where it's just, such faux language, all that bit. I don't know why, that always gets me. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, well that is all we have, Alex. Thank you for coming on to the show, man.
Not a problem, good to be here.
Anything you'd like to say?
Interesting guest.
Anything you'd like to say before we wrap this up?
Don't do drugs.
Words of wisdom, people. Okay, well, thank you for coming on to the show again.
My ads on YouTube. Thank you very much.
Once again, everybody, this is Brainstorm Cartoons. If you haven't checked them out, you should. Well, thank you, Alex, and we hope to see you later on with more animations to come.
Thank you very much.
See you, man.